Ever wonder why we wear masks on Purim? It's not just for fun. It's a powerful symbol hidden in the story of Esther. Purim is often seen as a vibrant, joyful Jewish holiday, a time for costumes, treats, and boisterous celebrations. But beneath all that merriment, there's a much deeper story waiting to be unmasked. This isn't just about fun and games. It's a powerful narrative of resilience, survival, and the timeless triumph of good over evil, cleverly concealed within layers of tradition. Today we're going to pull back those layers, explore the rich symbolism of Purim, and uncover its enduring relevance in our world. Get ready to see Purim in a whole new light. Now let's talk about those iconic masks. When you see kids and adults dressed up, it looks like pure celebration, right? And it is. But the act of wearing a mask on Purim goes far beyond just dressing up. It represents a profound concept, the idea of hidden identity, concealment, and eventual revelation. Think about it. A mask changes how you look, who you appear to be. In the Purim story, things weren't always as they seemed. People hid their true intentions and even their true selves, sometimes for protection, sometimes for malice. The masks we wear on Purim reflect this ancient truth, pushing us to look deeper, beyond the surface, to find the true essence of things. This tradition has historical roots, with some scholars connecting it to ancient revelry, but it also has deep, Kabbalistic meaning, hinting at the idea that God's hand was hidden throughout the Purim story, working behind the scenes. Just like a mask hides a face, divine providence was hidden, guiding events without direct intervention. And you can see this in how Purim is celebrated around the world, from the elaborate Venetian-style masks some communities wear to the simple face paint in others, each tradition echoing this theme of what's seen and what's unseen. It reminds us that appearances can be deceiving, and sometimes the most important truths are those that are concealed. Central to this entire dramatic tale is a young woman named Esther, whose journey is nothing short of extraordinary. Imagine being a young Jewish woman living in a foreign land under the rule of a powerful Persian king, Ahasuerus. Esther, advised by her wise cousin Mordecai, had to conceal her Jewish identity to protect herself and her people. She entered the king's palace not as Hadassah, her Hebrew name, but as Esther, a seemingly ordinary maiden among many. Her beauty and grace caught the king's eye, and against all odds, she was chosen to be the new queen of Persia. This was her first great test of hidden identity, living a dual life, holding a monumental secret within the opulent walls of the palace. Her transformation from a hidden Jew to the courageous leader who would save her people is a true testament to her strength and unwavering commitment. The king's most powerful official, Haman, driven by a deep-seated hatred for Mordecai and the Jewish people, devises a sinister plot to annihilate all Jews throughout the vast Persian Empire. The decree is signed, sealed, and sent throughout the land. Panic, despair, and fasting grip the Jewish communities. Mordecai, in sackcloth and ashes, urges Esther to act, to approach the king and plead for her people. But there was a massive problem. Approaching the king without being summoned was punishable by death, unless the king extended his golden scepter, a terrifying risk. This moment marks Esther's pivotal choice, a true climax in her story. Mordecai's words ring in her ears. Do not imagine that you will escape in the king's palace any more than all the other Jews. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance will arise for the Jews from another place, and you and your father's house will perish. And who knows whether you have not attained royalty for such a time as this? These words, delivered with urgency, pierced through her fear and stirred her conscience. Esther, after asking her people to fast with her for 3 days, made her decision. With incredible bravery, she declared, "If I perish, I perish." This wasn't just an act of courage. It was a profound revelation of her true self, an unmasking of her identity, and a demonstration of ultimate self-sacrifice for her community. She literally put her life on the line. Her journey, from a hidden Jewish orphan to a queen who risked everything, shows us the immense power of finding your voice and acting when it matters most. It's a story that continues to inspire us to be brave, even when we're scared, and to stand up for what's right. Now let's talk about the villain of our story, Haman. His plot was as devious as it was cruel. Haman, filled with immense pride and an ancient prejudice, cast lots, or Purim, to determine the most auspicious day to destroy the Jewish people. He was driven by ego and hatred, particularly towards Mordecai, who refused to bow down to him. Haman represented the forces of evil, the hidden agendas of anti-Semitism that have plagued Jewish history for millennia. But his meticulously laid plans, his hidden intentions, were ultimately exposed and foiled by Esther's courage and Mordecai's wisdom. Imagine a game of chess where one player thinks they're brilliant, moving pieces to checkmate their opponent, only for the other player to make a move they never saw coming, completely overturning the board. That's what happened to Haman. Esther didn't directly accuse him at first. Instead, she used her position and wit, inviting the king and Haman to 2 banquets. She built up the tension, creating an atmosphere of suspense. And at the second banquet, she finally revealed Haman's wicked plot and her own Jewish identity to King Ahasuerus. The king, realizing he had been tricked into signing a decree that would harm his own queen, flew into a rage. Haman, who had prepared a gallows specifically for Mordecai, met his own end upon them. This dramatic downfall symbolizes the triumph of good over evil, the exposure of hidden malice, and the ultimate justice that prevails when people stand up to hatred. It's a powerful reminder that even the most elaborate evil schemes can be brought down by courage and truth. The themes of Purim, survival, identity, and overcoming adversity, resonate profoundly in our modern world, perhaps more than ever before. This isn't just an ancient story, it's a living narrative that echoes through history and into our present. Just like the Jewish people in Persia faced the threat of annihilation, Jewish communities today continue to grapple with anti-Semitism in its various forms. From hateful rhetoric online to physical acts of violence, the fight against prejudice and for the right to simply exist continues. Purim reminds us of the incredible resilience of the Jewish people. Despite facing countless challenges and genocidal threats throughout history, from ancient empires to the Holocaust and even contemporary acts of terror, Jewish identity and spirit have not only endured, but have often flourished. Think about the many historical moments of Jewish survival, often against overwhelming odds, where communities found strength in their faith, their traditions, and their unity. The story of Purim isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving, about holding on to who you are, even when the world tries to force you to hide it. It's a call to embrace our heritage, to stand proud in our identity, and to actively challenge hatred and intolerance wherever we find it. So, how will you unmask the hidden messages of Purim this year? Share your thoughts and Purim traditions in the comments.